and happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I'm Michelle Miller, and we're in the CBS This Morning Toyota Green Room with Melissa Hobley, the Chief Marketing Officer of dating platform OkCupid. Last year, the company made a splash with their DTF campaign, which seeks to redefine what the F in the popular phrase means. The ads encourage people to connect over things like hobbies and politics, and there's a whole lot of other stuff you're trying to make connections on.
A lot.
Welcome, Melissa.
Thanks for having me, and happy Valentine's Day.
I know.
You got your red lips.
Got the red.
You ready? Do you have a hot night planned, or is it like?
I don't. I'm a bad person.
That's fine. That's fine.
Let's talk love anyway.
Let's talk love.
Let's talk love.
Let's talk love.
That campaign was rather provocative.
It was.
I mean, you were pushing the envelope here.
It was provocative. It was provocative. And here's what happened. OkCupid has been around for over 15 years, so we know a little bit about dating. We're very good at this, but we were coming up with something about a year ago, and a year and a few months ago is when Me Too was really coming into our psyche, right, and really having a moment and driving all these important conversations, especially for young women and women who are working, and we wanted to connect to what was happening in the world.
So let's talk about, you're trying to appeal to a younger audience, but with still trying to keep the old folks like me on board. But really, the acronym there. When my producer Jessica Kagu told me there was there's like that's an actual DTF. Is what those darn millennials, they're just like over the top.
They are over the top, those millennials.
So what does that mean without?
And there's a new phrase every day. DTF means down to expletive.
Yes.
Expletive. And here's the important thing, Michelle, is it was a label that guys used to talk to other guys about girls. So it was not a label that you said,
right,
this is how I describe myself.
Right.
I want in on this. It was not that. It was a derogatory
It was an
label.
objectifier.
It was an objectifier, exactly right. And so, yeah, we wanted to say, hey, come try OkCupid, whether you're 18 or 89, because we serve all ages, but we wanted to do something that promoted a conversation, right? So DTF was about changing the F and make the F whatever the F you want it to be.
So down to falling in love.
Love.
Down to the farmer's market.
Yes, down to finish your novel, because a lot of, especially 20s and 30-somethings, you might work at news or you might work in marketing.
They're writing.
They're writing. You might have a store on Etsy. You knit, mittens for dogs. I don't know, whatever you want to do. The side hustle is great. So but the point is, it's whatever you want it to be. And the beautiful thing, it ties to what OkCupid is about, which is whatever you're into, we want to match on that.
Okay, OkCupid, you said, been around 15 years.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware that you are the oldest dating website. Is that true?
We are one of.
Okay.
There are only a few of us.
Yeah, I won't name the rest.
Been around as long as OkCupid.
But you're also trying to get away from the swipe left mentality.
We are.
It's not just about this. It's about this. It's about this.
It's about this. Yes, what you care about, what you love. If you are into animal rescue and that's your passion, we're one of the only dating apps that can actually use an algorithm to find other people that will support that and love it, or maybe they do it too.
And politics isn't off the limit.
Politics is not off limits. We are seeing one of the most interesting shifts in dating in the last 40 years is the role of politics in dating. And we have, because we've been around a long time, and we were started by Harvard math grads, so we're all about watching the data and helping that do a better job of matching people. And again, we're really good at this. We're one of the most successful at getting people together. But we started noticing something as the 2016 election heated up, and that was the explosion of political terms on your profile. And what I mean by that is people saying, I really care about this. If you are not interested,
deal breaker.
Deal breaker. Or if you don't vote, don't reach out, don't match. And
wow.
It's fascinating. And how beautiful is that, though, right? Because especially millennials have a pretty bad reputation for being shallow or appearance-based, or it is about this and not about what's going on here. And to say that those issues, what you care about, that you vote, that you're into climate change or not, whatever that may be, we really leaned into, and it's literally creating love.
So it's not just a hey there. You're not going to get a response.
Do not do the hey there. You have an almost 90% chance of being totally ignored if your first message on a dating app is hey or hi.
Let's talk about how you've opened things up. You really opened the door on LGBTQ issues. And in particular, I found it really interesting. It's the first page is, do you identify woman, man? And then you have an option bar.
Yeah.
And that's when I knew nothing about who I am when I went to the option bar.
Yeah.
So just, I love that page. It's like, it's open to how you identify.
It is.
How you feel, are you heterosexual, your sexual orientation.
That's right. We serve
23.
You are good. You have been on OkCupid. We serve 22 gender options.
22.
13 sexual orientation options. Tomorrow might be 23. We enable you to choose a few. We were the first dating app to enable, big dating app, to enable users to state the pronoun by which they identify. We are incredibly proud that OkCupid for a long time has served LGBTQ. And by the way, if you are in a small town or you're not in New York City where we are today, it might be hard to find someone safely that also was your sexual orientation, right? And dating apps enabled that and they powered it. And we're very proud of that to this day. LGBTQ is an important community that we serve, and you know, we're always going to figure out how to do a good job there.
Have millennials sort of given up on the dating app? Who is this popular with still?
Yeah, right now it is popular with everyone.
Really?
If you're, I'm not kidding. 18 to 89, 3 out of 5 marriages.
Why not 90 and up?
Well, sure. Yeah. I think we have a new business there. All ages. You know, 3 out of 5 marriages today come from a dating app.
Well, so my hairdresser met her husband on a dating app.
I love it.
It's just, but
I love it.
Here's what I thought was really interesting, though. I thought you really reached out at a time when a lot of people needed sort of a helping hand. The shutdown, I call you shutdown friendly.
Yes.
Because you sort of like catered to what was probably what was a very stressful time for a lot of people.
It was a stressful time for a lot of people. And we loved seeing, immediately saw a few people like Jose Andre jump and say, we want to offer food. And we said, well, what can we do? Well, date nights. We know how to do a date night. So we immediately went to a few bars in DC and we said, come in, show your federal ID, and we'll buy not one drink, not one beer, a few. And we actually, some of us went down there and we just started buying food. We heard from one couple who's like, I would love to do this. We don't have a babysitter. So we gave them money for a babysitter.
Really?
But, you know, I think the beauty is we are so proud of like facilitating love. So let's do that, especially when people need it.
Well, Melissa Hobley, we really appreciate you coming to talk to us.
This was so fun.
This is all about OkCupid trying to kick it up a notch.
I think so. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy V-Day.
Thanks for talking love.
Enjoyed it too.
Thank you.